We are sailing empty pockets, Mike, Tiffany, and our dog Penny. We have a 2006 Hunter 38 sailboat, and we have decided that it's finally our turn to untie the lines and go live this dream that everybody else has been talking about. Yes, we are another sailing channel, but I can promise you we are a lot different than everyone else. If you would like to follow along on our journey, please like our videos and subscribe to our channel to keep updated on the latest content. In this episode, we continue to make our way through the intercoastal waterways of Georgia. We will stop for the night in a town called Kilkenny, and we will head out in the morning to St. Simon's. This trip, we came directly from Hilton Head to Kilkenny. We bypassed Savannah because all marinas were fully committed due to it being the weekend after Thanksgiving. So this was an 8-hour trip, about 43 nautical miles. Who's that? Are you smiling? Is Penny smiling? Are you smiling? Are we almost there? Those teeth. You smiling? If you need fuel, Kilkenny is really the last place to fuel up until you get to St. Simon's or the Brunswick area. So just an FYI, there is no place in between to stop. There is a restaurant in town, however, they're closed on Sundays and Mondays, and the cell phone reception is next to non-existent, but this is a great place to stop for the night and just get a good night's sleep and head out early in the morning. We're leaving Kilkenny, heading to St. Simon's Island. It's going to be about a 55-mile trip today. It's about 6:30 in the morning. The sun is just starting to come out.
Cold morning.
I know.
About 50 miles ahead of us on a windy day.
Maybe even 56, I don't know. It depends. We'll see. But we're both like completely bundled up here. And it's cold. I guess this is just unseasonably cold for this time of the year because everyone pretty much assured us that, 30s at night is kind of like January winter down here, and it's November, so I think this winter is going to be a bad winter. I'm glad that we came down. We're coming up on the Sapillo River, and it is pretty cold. The wind is blowing at about, it's got to be at least 18 to 20 right now, and we're just trying to keep warm. Once we round that corner, might have a little more shelter, but it's not noticing. The wind is kind of just blowing off land toward the ocean, and there's really no hiding. We're just trying to keep warm. I have a pretty strong suspicion that we are the only boat out here. We're the only people crazy enough to try this, because I haven't seen a boat in at least 3 hours. It is like 11 feet deep here. The wind's blowing 8.5. We got a little break from it because we're kind of inland now, snaking through. And sketchy is a good word to describe where we are right now. We just saw some dolphins. They came up and followed the boat. I hope that the footage comes out because it was just unreal. Best birthday ever. We're still traveling through the middle of nowhere in the back country. You really have to time everything with the tide around here because you can see that there's a blowout tide, and I mean, it's like where we were last night, it was 7.5 feet. I'm not sure how it is here, but it's got to be close to that. I mean, you can kind of tell by the mile markers how big they are, and you could see the water line. Yesterday when we were going through on the way to the marina, they just looked like little stumps. It was unbelievable.
So the next cut we're going through is called Little Mud River. At low tide, it's 3.5 feet. We draw 5. So the tide, we timed it, and the tide came up 3.5 feet. So from our calculations, we should have about 6-7 feet. If everything goes well, and we'll make it through. If not, we'll be stuck in the mud. Have to wait another couple hours and go up another 3 feet. But let's hope for the best. But I'm pretty confident we got this. The only thing is, we're timing this. The bridge to get into the marina we're going to is going to be dead high tide. Now, the tide here is 7 feet, 7.5 feet. So if we don't run aground, we probably won't make it onto the bridge. If we don't make it through, I guess we'll make it for low tide on the bridge at night. So, I don't know. What happens?
Middle of nowhere, Georgia. I haven't seen one peach tree yet. Unlocking level 42, the Little Mud River. This trip is challenging. It really is. Some parts of this intercoastal you could walk through at low tide, and this is one of them. How we doing?
1.1.
The water does look a lot muddier. So we have about a foot of water under the boat right now?
Yeah. 1 foot of water.
So we have less than a foot now?
9 inches.
Oh my god.
7 inches.
What does the track show?
5 inches.
Are we on the track?
Moving, so 5 inches of water under us.
5 inches of water.
6 inches.
If we could get through this with 6
This
inches
is the
of
worst
water.
part right here. This is where it said 3.5, 3.8, and we have 3 feet. Supposedly of a tide going up.
We might clear that bridge by 6 inches too.
Maybe an inch.
That might be the magic number.
This is the hardest part of the ICW, I think.
Oh, I don't know.
Right
We've gone through some
no,
crazy
like
shit.
shallowish.
Like, I said,
well, if we run aground, you're just gonna have to get off and start pushing. I don't know.
we've unlocked this many levels. Like
5 inches.
someone keeps just turning up the heat, you know?
Still moving.
Yeah, we're not aground. Maybe we'll have a little dolphin action.
They're all up there.
I think they eat something. Like, they must feed on fish that are near this vegetation because there's been a lot of them.
6.5. Six.
Did they ever dredge this?
I think they're going to.
What's our depth?
8 inches.
Jeez.
The dolphin swims past us and wakes us, they'll run us aground.
What do we got?
12 inches.
What do you think,
Halfway
honey?
through.
What do you think? You gonna make it? If you enjoy nature, this is a fun trip through the ICW in Georgia. There's a lot of stuff going on. We saw some vultures, lots of birds, lots of dolphins. This should be called the Dolphin Cut because we saw probably like 12 dolphins this morning. They're so curious. It's so cool. I hope the footage came out. We made it through the Little Mud River unscathed. The draft on our boat is 5 feet and the tide was coming up, so we scooted through no issue. We just had to take it slow. Alas, the Mckay River Bridge. The marina we were staying at is just on the other side of this bridge, off to the port side. However, the waters are so shallow here that you have to go about 1.5 miles out of your way to get into the channel to make the turn to safely get into the marina without running aground.
Made it under the last bridge with about a couple inches to spare. So, dead high tide, marina's right over there, ready to go, get warm, have a good meal, relax for a couple days, taking a break, and then we'll continue on the weekend.
We spent the week at Morningstar Golden Isles. Our chariot awaits. Courtesy car. We're going to the Southern Soul Barbecue for lunch. In our next episode, we will go to Jekyll Island. If you would like to follow along on our journey, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to stay up to date with the latest content.